Hello everyone, Oscar here, and today I want to talk about 5 different lighting modifiers that I think we all should know about. Whether you're into photography or videography, understanding these tools and how we can use them to shape light will definitely come in handy and elevate the lighting in your next project. Now, lighting modifiers come in all shapes and sizes, but to keep it simple, we're going to be going over 5 of the ones that I use on a regular basis. And we're going to be using continuous LED lighting in the examples, but you could very well use these modifiers with your off-camera flash or studio strobes. Now, everything you see today except for the umbrella are Bowens mount, but you should pay attention to the lights that you own to make sure you purchase modifiers that are compatible with your lights. This is also a good time to note that here at Samy's Camera, we have a wide variety of lighting solutions and modifiers available for purchase and rentals. So don't hesitate to come into one of our Southern California retail locations to talk to our knowledgeable sales staff. So with that being said, let's start with our first lighting modifier and probably the most affordable on our list. Now, umbrellas come in all different sizes, but are more or less the same, with some having multiple functions. Just like regular umbrellas, the fabric is stretched out using a single rod in the middle and held into place with a retention clip. The rod is then slid into your light if it has an included holder, or you can purchase a separate holder that is placed between your stand and the light. Now, umbrellas are typically used to bounce light, filling a large concentrated area with soft light that will wrap around your subject. Like I mentioned, umbrellas are available in different sizes and come with different styles of materials, or have the ability to switch out the internal fabric to a silver or gold bounce, changing the tone of your specular highlights. There's also umbrellas that are made up of only diffusion material, and these could be used to shoot through as opposed to bouncing your light. Now, the umbrella is the first modifier I purchased when I was starting to learn flash photography, and they work really great for portraits and even product photography. You could use these outdoors, but I wouldn't recommend it simply because we all know what umbrellas tend to do when it's really windy outside, and because the light is typically bounced, it could make it really hard to get enough spread if you're working with less powerful lights. It's typically why these are more commonly found in studios. Softboxes come in all different shapes and sizes as well, and just like the umbrellas, they have a variety of bounce materials to change the tone and intensity of light produced. The 2 most common shapes are rectangular or square softboxes and Octa softboxes, which are rounded. These work very similar to umbrellas, but have diffusion materials that Velcro or attach to the rim of the box to help soften the light. Now, there are also differences in the way softboxes are put together, with some working like umbrellas that just pop open, and some that have a number of rods that attach to a Bowens S mount or whatever mount your lighting scenario needs. Now, the most common question I get is, why would I choose one shape over the other? Now, although you'd mostly get the same light quality out of both shapes, there are times when one shape would be more practical over the other. Square or rectangular softboxes are great for mimicking natural light coming from a source like a window or an open door, and they could be rotated to change the light spread. Whereas the Octabox was designed to mimic the sun, making it a better option for shooting outdoors as your light source will be rounded. The difference in shapes will also come into play in portraits, as a rounded catch light in your subject's eyes will look more natural. Now, keep in mind, this is also something you'll have to think about when working with products that have reflective surfaces. Now, unless I'm shooting product photography, I tend to stick to Octaboxes as it's overall a more natural light source and provides smoother light roll-off in my portrait sessions. Now, strip boxes are very similar to what we just talked about, but are longer on one end and shorter on the other. These modifiers work great at concentrating the light into a thin strip, and I like using strip boxes when I'm working with tall products or even models. Due to the slender size of the strip boxes, they also allow you to get in close to your subject without getting in the frame. Now, a really great tip I have for not only strip boxes, but any of these modifiers that you see today would be to choose one that's similar in size, if not bigger, than your subject. The bigger the light modifier is, the softer the light is gonna be, and it's gonna also wrap around your subject a lot nicer. In the case of strip boxes, if you have a smaller strip box, you will see that gradient of the light on your subject, but if you have it nice and large, then you won't have that problem. Now, the lantern style of softbox works great for filling large areas with nice soft light, bringing up the ambient light in your space. Traditional softboxes are great at concentrating light forward towards subjects, but this light is meant to mimic light coming from a lamp or a light bulb, and these work great when you're trying to light multiple subjects or flood a space with soft light. Now, the lantern style softboxes work great when suspended from a light facing downwards, and some, like the aperture lantern we have here, come with a blackout skirt that allows you to cut the light facing back towards the camera, controlling the 270-degree beam spread. And that brings us to the final modifier on our list, the reflector. Now, reflectors are used to amplify the intensity of your light, creating a hard light source, kind of like a spotlight or the sun. Chances are, if you bought a strobe light or LED video light, they came with one of these. Reflectors can be used in multiple scenarios, and with the addition of a diffuser and snapping grid, you can shape your light even more. I like using these with grids to create a spotlight when I'm working with products and don't want the light to spill into my background. These could also be used to direct the light towards a subject that is far in the distance without showing up in frame. Reflectors also come in all different shapes and sizes and are made up of different materials that help achieve different results. Now, there are so many variants of these style of modifiers and a whole bunch more to choose from. But like I said, these are the 5 that I most commonly use. And if you guys found this video helpful or answered some of your questions, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing for everything photo and video. Also, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever regarding lighting for your next big project, come into our store and talk to our knowledgeable sales staff or visit us at samys.com. That's going to do it for us here today. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.